Hey there folks, it's your favorite night. 3 questions, 3 answers. Let's get to it. From Anime God 500 Rebirth, what movie do you consider as your biggest guilty pleasure? Oh my! No, not Takai. That's a very good question. I would probably say, if I had to be honest, Jurassic Park 3. Primarily, we all know it's the weakest of the Jurassic Park franchise thus far. Jurassic World, you've got to prove me wrong. I think it's the fact that they've tried everything else in the Jurassic Park world, and now they were just sort of using what was left over. You know, they didn't have Goldblum to bring back. They brought back Laura Dern, but in a very minor capacity. They had Sam Neill, which was the golden ticket that they were looking for. But, you know, it could have been a heck of a lot better, but by the same token, it could have been a lot worse. And let's just get this out of the way. Killing the T-Rex off early. That's effectively going into an Iron Man movie and killing off Tony Stark. No movie. Bad movie. So yeah, Jurassic Park 3, guilty pleasure. Now, right, question 2. What is your favourite Thunderbird? Oh my. I suppose I should lay in some context. By favourite Thunderbird, I am not talking about the car model. I'm talking about which favourite craft was mine from the Jerry Anderson marionette series, Thunderbirds. And the less we say about the movie in 2004, then we shall get on just fine. See, that's really tough. I suppose if I had to wear everything up and look at, you know, everything about that vehicle, what it could do, I have to go with Thunderbird 2. Well, for starters, 6 different pods that the aircraft could actually lower its legs down on, and have different sets of equipment and vehicles and other kinds of necessities they would go on to rescues with. And the fact that this rocket plane, for all intents and purposes, this massive green Leviathan, was essentially almost the length of a football pitch. Might be a slight exaggeration. And it could take off vertically and land vertically without having the need to actually, you know, run up to a great length just to gain altitude. It would either just take off vertically or be on a launching pad and then just go straight into the atmosphere. That is probably the reason why it's my favourite Thunderbird. I mean, Thunderbird 1's a close second, because to be able to take off vertically and, you know, land vertically, but with a horizontal form. But Thunderbird 2 gets it by just that. And of course, as we all know, Thunderbirds are back next year. 50 years of the amazing franchise that Jerry Anderson created, who is sadly no longer with us. But it'll be intriguing to see what they can do for next year. To that, I'm looking forward to it, and Thunderbirds are go, FAB. Now, on to the final question. Marvel or DC? That's really tough to call. In terms of the movies, if we're talking live action movies, Marvel wins hands down. Because some of my more favourite superhero movies are Marvel movies. For example, the first Iron Man, I went and saw that 5 times at the flicks in 2008. Tony Stark had a saying. Oh, what was it? is it better to be feared or to be respected? And I say, is it too much to ask for both? But I took that and switched around. Goes, is it better to see this movie? Is it better to see this movie once or multiple times? And I say, is 5 times too much? I love The Incredible Hulk. It was miles better than the 2003 offering, as most of you found out when myself and my retro version reviewed it. I actually want to apologise for a little something on that review, because there were supposed to be other bits and pieces in, but I felt the pieces that were going to go into that feature would have just been a little bit unnecessary. And Kaiju Noir, I do take your criticism on board that it ended a little bit abruptly, so next time I do a old, retro versus modern, I will do something where everything ends, with a resolution and whatnot. So thank you for that criticism. I took that on board. But in terms of animation movies, DC all the way. Superman Unbound, loved it. Batman, the Mystery Under the Red Hood, loved it. Batman, Mask of the Phantasm, oh, that is a iconic classic. And the fact it had Kevin Conroy as Batman, need I say more? What's another one? Justice League Crisis on Two Earths. Says it all. But the ones that I do like from DC, in terms of live action, the first Tim Burton Batman movie, Michael Keaton is the best Batman. My opinion only. Christian Bale's good, but Keaton's better. And the only other one that I do kind of like a little bit more than the rest is Man of Steel. I thought Henry Cavill was the right choice to be the last son of Krypton. And as most people know, Superman has a somewhat sentimental thing with me. I'm not going to go into too many personal details, because as they all say, you don't bring your personal business onto the internet. But a family member of mine that is no longer with us, sadly, said, quote, for my birthday in 2006, our Superman on the gift tag. And whenever I see a Superman movie now, I think of the sentimentality that comes with that, because of that family member that actually called me their Superman, so that means something to me. Well, those have been your 3 questions for this week. You know the usual shtick by now. Leave a question in one of the social media links in the outro, leave a question in the comment section below, or heck, come to our wonderful forum. We'd love to have you there. But until then, ask again.